Hello, everyone. Welcome to this podcast featuring myself, um, Adam, and Jody. Oh, Jody's not here. Jody won't be
Jody had to
joining
go.
us. Yeah, she won't be joining us for this podcast, which is very sad.
What?
No, it's true. She won't be joining us. So in
Okay.
place, we have our good friend Thomas, aka Soy
Yo,
Cubano.
what's
What's
up?
up, Soy?
What's up,
Just
bro?
Um,
chilling.
and we also have a special guest, um, Galactic Voice, who recently rank restored to Jedi Guardian.
Hello,
What's up,
Welcome
bro? How are
back.
you
What's
doing?
up?
I'm
So,
doing fine.
we're gonna actually start off the podcast with his interview, and then we're kind of gonna ease into the rest of the podcast. So, Adam, you can take away his interview.
Yeah, bro. Galactic. First of all, welcome back.
Thank you.
Um, what's it like to be back so far?
It's honestly been very interesting. I've enjoyed getting to talk to everybody again and have my jobs back.
Great to hear. Great to hear. What made you really want to come back? What made you want to return to TJO?
Well, it was mainly the people. The people are just people you never find anywhere else.
Right, right.
Yeah, it's
Community is
mainly
awesome.
people.
Any big changes since you last left?
Yeah, the map.
Anything
The
new?
map is the
Yeah.
biggest change from what I've noticed, and I'm pretty
Hmm.
impressed by it. It's a quite
It's
nice
a
map.
Yeah, they
huge.
really
Yep.
did a good job with the second Alderaan. I think it's a big step up from Alderaan 1.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, and the new Ilum too.
Yep.
Real cool. Um, Do you have any short-term plans now that you're back? Any lower councils, sub roles, anything?
I am planning on trying to get into a lower council. Not really sure which one. Preferably Korea, if possible.
Were you in any before?
I was in Korea before, yes.
Oh, nice, nice.
Perfect. Korea's the best.
Yep.
Do you
Um,
have any long-term plans now that you're back? And we talk about short terms, but long term?
Possibly master, and if it comes down to it, possibly a full member of the council.
Nice. Last but not least, any inspirational words you want to give to our listeners
Well, first off, you just
or shout
can't,
outs?
just don't stop. Just keep going, push through. There's gonna be hard times. You gotta face them.
True,
It's
very
by
true.
far the biggest thing I can say.
Dedication gets you a long way.
It really does.
great
All
words,
right,
great
thanks,
words.
Galactic.
Good
All
words from a
right.
good
Good
man.
words from a good man. Thank you very much for coming on.
Of
Thank you so
course.
much.
Thanks for
Appreciate
having me.
All right.
100%. All right. Tinty, you want to take over?
Yeah, okay. So since we had to just do that really quick with Galactic, um I'm just going to talk about the last podcast. So if you weren't here, and I do recommend to watch that podcast, it was a really good one. We actually we had Levi, Levi Drew, the Master of the Order. We interviewed him. We had him throughout the entire thing, and then at the end we had Loca Cola 24, interviewing him on his
Mhm.
promotion to Jedi
Commander.
Commander of the 176, and they both gave really good interviews, and
It was a fun time.
it was a really fun time. It was a funny episode,
Awesome.
and it was Levi really made it a good one with his
Mike.
mic,
With his horrible mic.
his horrible mic. Uh,
Fun
we
fact,
also
he's
did
super
some
good.
interesting things
Jokes.
like Jody's joke of the week. We're gonna be doing that every time. I actually have one, a joke from Jody.
Let's do it.
Oh, it's gonna be great. Let's do that now, actually. Jody has prepared a joke since she can't be here, so I'll tell you the joke now. Um,
That's dedication right there.
it
She has one
really is.
prepared.
She couldn't be here, but she still gave in the
Hey,
joke. All right, so two strings walk into a bar.
yeah.
Let's keep in mind that these strings live in a world where strings can talk and are human-like. But anyways, these two strings want to buy a drink, watch the rugby game. So they walk into the bar and order. The bartender says, "Sorry guys, we don't serve strings." And the strings are very disappointed. The one string goes home. He's had enough. The other string says, "Okay, that's fine," and leaves. The string walks outside, ties himself into a knot, and roughens up around the edges. He walks back into the bar, orders again. The bartender says, "Are you a string, sir?" And the string says, "No, I'm afraid not."
Oh, I get it.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good
That
one.
was good.
We love our
That's
jokes
a
over
real
here.
good one. And that's not even the one she had prepared for this week. So tune in next
Whoa.
week and she'll have an even better one that she made up herself.
I can't wait for that.
Jody's joke of the week. What else do we have? We're gonna start talking about the informative now. Uh, so this week an informative came out, and uh, some big things was Levi Drew was made Master of the Order. We actually interviewed him last week, but this informative
Tune
was
into
not
that.
out at the time, so we
That was a
couldn't
good
for
really.
real.
podcast. I
Yeah,
like
but
that
it
one
was
a
a really good
lot.
podcast, and I really recommend you go back and watch it. Another one is Rex's voice has unretired back to Master.
Shout
Glad
out to
he's
Rexus.
back.
Welcome back.
Shout out to Rex's.
Maybe he'll be on the podcast
Another
next
big
week.
change is Reconciliation Police have the ability to moderate in voice channels, which is just a small thing that Coca-Cola has suggested, and it did end up happening.
That honestly probably should have been a thing since the
Right.
beginning.
Yeah, and it's
So
a
that
good
was kind
thing
of a
that he.
necessary
Yep.
Huge
change.
impact for those.
Perfect. And a more optimized and less laggy version of Alderaan is coming to a place near you. Rawls and Jack have taken the liberty of working on Alderaan because a lot of people have been lagging on it, and it
That was one of the
hopefully
things
they
For
do.
that, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, all the
Yeah,
like
I
dude.
remember he was talking about it on a dev stream. Actually, he was going over all the trees. He was saying
Yeah.
that each of the old trees. He said each tree was like 5,000 parts. Something
What?
ridiculous
Really?
like that. And there's like 300 trees. I don't remember the exact numbers he gave, but he said there was like over 3 million parts just in trees, which is
That's
probably so. I know he's
that
like
is
trying to
pretty
work on
insane.
every tree.
And he
Yeah,
was
they're trying to
complaining
work on
about
every
like
tree.
barely even that number being like, he was complaining about the jails
Mhm.
being a certain amount of parts and the outside of the temple being a certain amount of parts, but none of that adds up to these trees, which I think were a big thing that were
Huge
was
impact on the game.
yeah.
Like, I personally don't lag on Alderaan, but I know there's a lot of people who
Right,
do.
right, right. I don't
Mhm.
either, but
Like I don't
yeah.
lag on my
I
MacBook
do,
Pro, so
sadly.
it's kind of like
I know
shout out
somebody
Lauren
by the
Yang.
name of Noisy Jody too. She
Dude,
Oh yeah,
she
he
can't even ignite
has a hard time.
sometimes.
another
Yeah.
another thing we have in the informative is the Jedi Game Makers lore tournament. That
Makers.
yeah, that happened I think yesterday, and the winner was who was it again?
Actually, it was pretty interesting the way it turned out. The way it ended was we ended with a. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it ended with an essay that they both had to write about a lore topic,
Really?
and it ended up being a tie. So they ended up splitting the prize between each other. So one got a title and one got an uncommon crystal, and the winners were. Let me go find the winners. It was Juro's voice and Levander Jr. Shout out to them. Some lore intellects. Actually,
Perfect.
Juro's
Congrats.
the
Congrats
one who
to
got the
them.
title.
That was that I'm sure that was a very interesting tournament, and I'm glad they
Smart
both
people.
got the prize.
What else? What else?
Um, Here it just says that if you have any questions regarding lore, you can join the archive server, which is in the the archives, the Jedi Archives Trello, which is in the in the informative from last week. So make sure to check that out. And let me just check out what we have here. We have some new we have hold on, let me check.
New Knights.
New Knights, that's what it was. All right, so Lancaster A has been
Congrats.
promoted. Congrats tonight. Ace Tiberius has been
Yeah,
promoted
I
tonight.
deserve. Good
Congrats,
job, bro.
congrats. Frosty Ewab.
Congratulations.
I don't know how
Good
to
masters
pronounce
here.
that one.
Todu
Podakorica.
Karika.
All right, congrats to you
Something
and
like that.
Diamond Boy.
Congrats.
10-0-11. Congrats to all of you
Congrats
for
to you.
night.
And good job
Great
to all
job.
those masters, man. Good job.
Good job to the masters for being good masters.
Hope you have a good time.
And we actually have some rank restorations.
Yeah, Argy, Jedi Sentinel, and Cookie underscore XX Jedi Knight. Welcome back to the order. I know Arky is fitting quite well with the Sentinels, doing a really good job. And Cookie, I hope that you stay in for the long run and hopefully progress within the order because I think you'll like it a lot.
I'm glad that they both took the time to come back to the order. And
We
here
have
it says,
another thing.
yeah, and here it says the interview. It has the interview with Levy from our last podcast. This is the 10th time I'm gonna say it. Watch that podcast. It was a really good
It
one.
was so good.
It was really good. Let's see what else.
TRM. The High Command decided in off meeting that I, LK Pro 123, will be promoted to Major. Congratulations to you,
Congrats,
man.
LK Pro 123. Congrats to you on your promotion. And KRF helped support TGO in their victory at a raid on Friday.
Nice. And we had
Great. And
special ops tryouts.
special ops tryouts and
Whoever made that, props to you.
yep, and Ace Tiberius and Darky 4 were accepted into KRF.
I hope they have a good time. KRF is a nice place.
And if you are curious, the KRF record since October 2018 is on the informative. Overall record
is
28 to
28
2.
and 2.
Yep,
Good record overall.
good
I
record.
love it.
And that is
Almost
the
30.
end of the
Podcast.
podcast. Not the podcast, but the informative. Let's move
Oh,
on
yeah,
here.
Pretty interesting news this week.
Very interesting. All right. So next up, we have the JSO poll that was recently released. If you haven't answered the JSO poll, it's about LCs. And if you'd like to vote on the LCs, then just scroll up in Night Announcements and check it out. All right.
All are equal. All are good.
Yep. And before we stop this podcast, we are going to, well, I'm just going to say that if you have any questions for us, if you have anything you want to ask us or anything, the comments are open and we will answer any questions that you have in the comments. Yeah, just hit us up and
Suggestions too. Anything.
suggestions, anything. We'd love to hear it all.
Yeah, suggestions for the podcast. We could add some more like bits to it. Add some
Yeah,
more
we're
parts,
just
so it's
we're
not
just
just
looking for
informative.
stuff. Yep. All right.
Yeah, it'd
Well,
be really interesting.
Thank you for tuning in, everyone.
thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in, everyone.
All right. See you guys.